Tell me what we know so far.
Yeah, so far we know this fire started shortly before 8:15 this afternoon. It's a 3-story brick building here in the stockyards on West Exchange that houses the Cadillac at the Stockyards Club. At this point in time, we are in a defensive maneuver. We were able to go in through all floors and do a search and rescue. We didn't find anybody inside, but we did go in there and make that search just to make sure. Once we realized that there was nobody inside, crews continued to try to battle this blaze to get it under control. But eventually, we have had some gas issues in the building, and eventually we did pull everybody outside of the building just for safety reasons, and we set up the sticks and flowing water like you see behind us right now.
Can you describe the gas issues? What was the issue?
Well, I'm not sure at this time, like the details on it. At this time, the only thing I do know is that there was an issue with the gas line.
That made it harder to fight.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah, they could not get that line shut off quick enough before it kind of took into the structure and got more of the structure actually involved to be able to contain it to a degree.
Yeah.
No injuries reported at this time. Like I said, as of right now, we're probably about an hour and 40 minutes into the scene. We're going to be here for quite some time.
I heard this fire came about again in 1991. Can you tell me about that fire and this fire as well? The significance?
Tell me the question again. I'm sorry, I didn't hear the question.
I heard that a fire happened here at the same building in 1991. Can you tell me about that fire and this fire's significance?
Yeah, at this point in time, I don't have a lot of the details of the fire from 91. I do know the building has caught fire in the past. You know, unfortunately, with the stockyards and the history behind it, all these buildings have probably been on fire to a degree at some point. Like I said, obviously this is a significant fire here in the center of our community tonight.
The roof collapsed, is that correct?
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah, so that was part of the reason we already had crews pulled out of the scene. There was a roof collapse. We've had some partial walls collapse and stuff as well. Luckily, like I said, that was prior to or after us pulling all of our crews out at that time. When you start flowing large amounts of water that come out of these fire trucks, when we go to a defensive standpoint, it comes out with a significant amount of pressure with that water. So that's kind of typical, once we go into that defensive maneuver.
Particular difficulties with a building this old?
I'm sorry?
Particular difficulties with a building this old?
Well, so there's some good and bad with buildings that are this age. The good stuff is they were built to be there for a long time. It's not the new construction and light type of wood and stuff that we see in the construction going up these days. They were built solid, but also back in the day, they had different forms of what we call balloon frame construction, and not everything back then was sealed tightly like the construction that you see right now, which allows, if there is a fire that gets started, that fire spreads a lot quicker because there's a lot more void spaces.
And I assume no sprinkler system.
Because of the weather, was it fire?
I don't have confirmation on that right now.
Because of the weather, was this fire difficult to take out?
Obviously, with the weather, the way it's been here in Texas, with over 100 degrees for so many days in a row, that takes a toll on our firefighters that are out there trying to battle the blaze. It's something that we try to condition for and prepare for throughout the year. But as far as the fire itself, I don't think it had anything to do with the fire itself, with the weather. The wind does play into it. I'm not sure what the wind gusts and things are right now. Like I said, our crews did a really, really good job of kind of stopping it and keeping it contained to this one building. Obviously, here in the stockyards, everything's kind of connected. They were, as of right now, all the exposure are protected right now.
Was there extension to the neighboring buildings, or was it kept to this point?
So at this point in time, I don't know if we've had crews actually inside. I mean, I know initially we had crews that had went in just to see, because that's, once we realize that a building is going up, like I said, we take the time to do a search in the building that the fire's in, and it will kind of progress outside from there. I do know right now we don't have crews actively fighting fire in the exposure side, so it sounds like they did, like I said, an awesome job of getting in there quick, keeping everything contained to the one building itself.
Nobody was inside when you guys got there.
I do not know yet. Like I said, I've not been on scene that long. It's a very active scene, so we've got different crews that are scattered out, and they've got bigger things on their hand right now.
I get it. Yeah.
Can you talk about the cars that are still over there and all the people that Obviously, we're here for the stockyards normal Saturday night. What do you do about the cars?
Well, I mean, that's one of the things right now. They're not going anywhere until we turn the scene back over and we deem everything safe. The safety of our crews is paramount. We've got lines running all the trucks and stuff out here, so none of these cars are going to move and potentially run over any of the lines and hurt any of our firefighters.
And sorry, just tell me your first name, last name, spelled out for me, please.
Craig Trojic, CRAIG, I'm the Public Information Officer for the Fort Worth Fire Department.
Thank you.
You bet.